Hello everyone, David Seven Skies back with another YouTube video. I'm actually trying my best to post a video every week, kind of, mostly every Monday, but we'll see how it goes because I suck at those things. Anyway, I'm doing a quick one this time because I posted a few videos in the weeks before and I got a lot of questions that are actually the same question over and over and over. So I am doing these kind of frequently asked questions and I'm gonna just reply to them. Also, I also like asked on Facebook and stuff, what would you like to see as a next kind of video tutorial? And basically everyone said mixing, and it's cool. I mean, that's fine. The only problem is that mixing is something actually really kind of long and really kind of subjective in a way. So I'm trying to figure out how can I approach a mixing tutorial, or at least something that is quite quick, a video that is not too long, but that can help you out somehow. But yeah, that's gonna come in the next few weeks. I still have to figure out how to do it, because obviously it takes me like 3 to 4 days or sometimes a week to mix a track. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna do a tutorial on that on YouTube. But anyway, so let's start. The most frequently asked questions on my social media, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, everything, is usually, where did you get your silent skin? Now, this silent skin was made by a buddy of mine called Lance, and is the same guy who designed the serum skin. So they don't really look similar, but you can see that there's his touch in there. So yeah, he put it on as a free download somewhere on DeviantArt, I think. It's some kind of an unofficial thing, but I think this skin is actually going to be available in the next Silent One update. So he took it out. It's not available. It's not available to download anymore. But it's gonna be in the new Silent One update whenever they're gonna finish it. So yeah, don't worry about it if you can't find download. It's gonna be available soon-ish whenever they release the update. And yeah, it's actually really awesome. It's a really nice skin. It has really good colors. Plus, I don't know, somehow it feels more focused when you're making your sounds. So yeah, it's gonna come at some point. Don't worry about it. Now the other thing is always about Silent mostly, but all the 32-bit plugins, and I do get this quite a lot. Is how do I use Silent on Logic 10? A lot of people said, "Oh, you probably have a beta, and oh, you probably use this and this and that." I don't have a beta yet. I hope they're gonna put me on the beta program because I really want to try in 64 beats. But yeah, it's this software over here, which is called 32 Lives, and it's by SoundRadix. You can go to soundradix.com/product/32-lives, and it's actually quite cheap. Now I don't know how much it is. It's like $99. It was way cheaper when I bought it. But yeah, it's actually really worth it because so what you do is you go here and there you go. You get all the plugins that are 32 bits, and then you just click on them and you resurrect them, and you can use it in Logic as in Logic 10, because obviously Logic 10 is only 64. You can use it and it works like a charm. It really works good. I was impressed the first time. I didn't want to try any wrapper or anything, but then I was like, damn it, I need Silent, and I gave it a go and I was impressed. It hardly crashes, if ever, because it really doesn't crash. And there's no delay, there's no latency, there's nothing. It really just works. So yeah, 32 Lives. that's how I use my silent on Logic X. The only thing that it does is sometimes the interface just goes crazy a little bit. It doesn't follow the window, but other than that, it works perfectly. Another thing that you guys asked me was, how do I have 3 buttons here for the mouse? That's another thing that's actually pretty simple. Usually this is not my current setup. Usually my setup is this. So with the normal left click, I have the pointer, and then if I hold Option, which I think is CMD or the Apple key, I can create region. And then if I right click, I have my marquee tool. And by default, I think that Logic doesn't have the 3 buttons. So if you want to have the 3rd button, what you have to do is go to Logic Pro, then Preferences, General, and you go to Editing. And over here, right mouse button is assignable to a tool, or otherwise you can do other things, but I like it when it's a 3rd tool. It's much easier. Now there is another thing that I've been asked, and I've actually had to look it up myself with Logic 10 because I couldn't find it, because I haven't used it yet. I needed to use it a few weeks ago, and then I saw the question online, and so I looked at it and I figured it out. So let's pretend we're doing automations, and we want to do some really precise automation. And let's forget for a second that Logic is never precise when it comes to automation, but whatever, let's pretend it is. So yeah, we want to have it right on the bars, you know. So normally if we're zoomed out like this, it's kind of hard to see, so we can't really see where we are. Either we read here or we zoom, and then we make sure that we are on the grid. Obviously there is this function which is called Snap Automation, and back in Logic 9, it was, I think, let me see, some menu that you had to click. Yeah, there we go. You had to hit Control, and then it was Automation, and then you could find it here. But when I was looking for it, I noticed that there wasn't anymore. So I looked around, and I also searched here, and you do Snap, and it doesn't tell you anything for some reason. So they moved it, and they actually put it in a really accessible way, but since you hardly know it's there, I totally didn't see it. And you just go to Snap, and then you do Snap Automation, and then you'll see that the automation will click exactly on the bar, just like that. That's pretty simple. It's quite handy to have it here as well, because sometimes you don't want it to snap. Sometimes you just want the automation to be free, especially because sometimes Logic doesn't really catch up to the automation, so you have to move it a little bit earlier or a little bit late. I don't know how to fix this. It's been like that ever since Logic 7, and we're at 10 years after, probably, I don't know, 10 years after? No, not 10 years, but 6 or 7 years after, we're still in the same situation, but whatever. Anyway, this is it. If you have more questions, just let me know. I'll try and do a video like this every week. So if you have questions about Logic or about how to do sound or about something that isn't clear, just send it to me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. And yeah, I'll try and figure out the whole mixing tutorial thing. But yeah, for now, let's stick to the easy questions, and then I'll see how can I make an interesting mixing tutorial. For me, David, Seven Skies, bye bye, and I hope you enjoyed the video.